Hazy has broken her arm. So they were just at the park. I don't know the details. I'm a little tired, guys. It's been like a couple of exhausting days and late nights, so I don't want to get overly emotional for no reason, but...
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we've got an extra special guest on the show. It is the Binghams, not the Inghams, the Binghams. And I've covered these a couple of times before. I've even lost subs over covering these before. People have actively said, I'm unsubbing because you're covering these, which blows my actual mind. Anyway, with that in mind, please give this video a subscribe to regain those subs that I lost from covering these. Thank you. So, this popped up in my recommended the other day, and I was like, no, they're just unbelievable, basically, right? They will clickbait and expose their kids to everything. So it should come as no surprise when it came up. 7-year-old broke her arm in 2 places and they filmed a lot. So we're going to go through this and just see just how bad it actually was.
Hey you guys, so this is all kind of happening right now, real time. Also, I don't typically vlog while behind the wheel, but I am by myself in the truck right now, and I just got a phone call from Mom. She said meet me at the hospital.
You don't typically vlog while behind the wheel, but you just had to because something exciting happened, something so exciting. You just got a call from the hospital to say that your poor little girl was in the hospital and you just needed to grab that camera to tell the world right there, right that minute, whilst we were in real time. Despite being behind the wheel and it being illegal and it being dangerous.
Hazy has broken her arm, so they were just at the park. I don't know the details. I'm a little tired, guys. It's been like a couple of exhausting days and late nights, so I don't want to get overly emotional for no reason, but...
Driving, vlogging, tiredness. What could go wrong?
Sweet Hazy. She's broken her arm before.
And did we vlog it last time as well? Of course you did. Why not? It was both bones in her arm that time as well, wasn't it? So what are you doing to this child to make her break all her bones in her body?
And she's a trooper and she's hardcore, but I just feel bad because she's going into summer. It's never fun right at the front end of summer. I'm not sure how this will affect things, just with being able to...
Vlogging, driving, tiredness, and now crying. It could not go any worse for you, could it? Just hope that you don't get pulled over or crash.
Swim and play in the backyard, and she's got that fun dance routine coming up at Disneyland, so we'll see how it plays out, guys. Mom said her arm looked like rubber, so I'm pretty sure it's broken, but I'm headed to the hospital now, get some x-rays, and get the details for you guys. Tuck this camera away though, so that we don't have any more reasons to go to the hospital. We'll see you there.
Being so brave. I know. I'm going to give you a signature there, consent for treatment.
Gotta get that dramatic music overlay there, just to make it a little more dramatic if we didn't know it was already dramatic, because your child broke her arm and it needs to be dramatic.
Hazy, you're doing great.
You're being so brave. Hazy, it's just like your checkup.
I've said it so many times, but I'll say it again for those that aren't listening. Why do we need to film this shit? Why do we need to film it? Your daughter is sick. She's broken her arms. She's not feeling that great. And the only thing that you have on your mind is to film it. Whip out the camera, film it, monetize it. Maybe earn back the pounds it's going to cost you on this trip to the hospital. I don't know. You have insurance or whatnot. see those little whimpers that are coming from your daughter and the little tears and things, you know, that kind of indicates that she's a little bit upset and possibly not wanting to be filmed at this particular moment in time. Now, even if you have the incredible desire to film her and keep it for your own memories, why would you want to do that? But if you do, just keep it for your own memories. You don't need to put it out onto YouTube. I know it's a weird thought, but perhaps that could be something you could look into in the future.
The first medicine I'm going to give you is a little misty stuff that goes up your nose.
You get to sleep in Daddy's comfy bed. Can I borrow your bracelet?
This is my friend Hazel. So Hazel's my neighbor.
At this point, she's had her pain medicine. They showed it being taken, but I've cut it out because, you know, I'm a normal person. These aren't. They showed it. Anyway, then they carry on with the lovely story about how it all happened whilst filming their daughter.
You were so brave. Like, you just ran over like, hey guys, look at this thing.
With your little wiggle worm.
I know, I was holding her arm and I was like, then she started to turn like white.
Yeah.
I was like, Steph. So Steph just scooped you right up.
I'm so sorry.
Whose car is everybody in? How did you end up driving them? Did you drive your car?
She seemed like very
your car's still at the park.
Her, so I just went to my car.
I had to get my car somehow.
I'm trying to figure out how many times Stephanie's had to take some of us to the hospital, or you guys, well, I go to the hospital. Steph's been pretty involved.
Try to stop it. You were so brave.
Ooh, that's soft. Gold glitter. I like a polar bear because
You're checking on his butt.
wait, there's a dot on
He does have a fluffy butt.
Oh, he's being brave. Look, he's doing so good.
So there's no way in hell I'm going to show this next clip. No chance. And these, despite their warning, should not have shown it either, because imagine the amount of kids watching this. I mean, let's face it, it's mainly kids that are going to be watching this crap, right? So they actually showed their daughter with the bone and the arm kind of twisted to one side, like you could see the break, and it was like, I cannot believe they even showed. I know they showed a graphic warning, but even I was shocked that they actually showed the full thing. And I was like, are they serious? Because there's no way in hell that you should ever put that on the internet, let alone show it to your millions of young children that are watching. And imagine the amount of people that didn't even see the warning, because some people, children, tend to skip through videos. They don't tend to watch it the whole way through, so they might not have seen the warning either. I feel, now this may be me, but I feel that it shouldn't have made it to the internet at all.
You're doing so good. Ready to go home?
Yeah. So can I keep this wheelchair?
No. I wish.
Should I wait right here?
So obviously, yeah, I skipped a bit because we're now outside and they're going home. So she basically had all the wires hooked up to her, all the pipes and everything, you know. And I don't think that should really be broadcast to their millions of followers, but they do. They seem to think it should be, and that's what's most important, isn't it? Indeed, this wholesome family who can do no wrong and are loved by so many, and yet they have such low morals.
A lot to unpack there. As I've gone through, put together, edited the vlog, we realized I don't think there's any time where we actually said what happened, how she broke her arm, which is obviously the craziest part of the whole thing.
Oh, it must have been crazy. So crazy that you forgot to tell us, your viewers, your most precious prized possessions. Please do go on. It's so important for everybody else to know just how your daughter broke her arms.
Everything happened really fast.
We saw them at the park having a ton of fun. It's a fun summer afternoon. First day of summer, climbing tons of tall things, jumping from little balance beam to balance beam, spinning in circles on a little merry-go-round carousel. All of these crazy adventurous activities that could result in some type of an injury. But how did she break her arm?
She was doing a cartwheel.
Simple cartwheel, I believe on grass.
Simple cartwheel. She went down with her left hand, ended up on her right hand. Her arm just gave out. Her bones just buckled.
Both bones, right arm, splintered like a stick over your knee. That's kind of how the doctor explained it.
Oh, but you didn't have to just explain it, did you? No, you had to show it on the vlog because that was important for your teeny tiny viewers to see a mashed up, broken, snapped in half bone. Very important.
Which, by the way, the doctor is our neighbor. And
he's awesome.
His son and daughter hang out here often. His daughter hangs out with Hazy, and his son is Crew's best friend. So that was really nice to have a familiar face.
It's great.
As you might imagine, pretty traumatic moments.
Oh, but of course, your neighbour is the doctor. No wonder you're allowed in with that big F-off camera of yours whilst filming in a hospital. Did you get special privileges? Did you even get permission? Did he just assume that you were going to film it? So many questions.
Just like
Emotions
really,
are high.
Really traumatic.
Calming to see somebody that you know and trust. But yeah, simple cartwheel, put down the right arm, completely gave out, snapped. Do not for the life of me understand how that could possibly happen.
Cannot figure it out.
But that's what it was. Snapped, splintered. Here's what comes next. I'm sure a lot of you have a lot of questions. She has an appointment on Wednesday to get her permanent cast and to find out if she's going to need surgery or not. That's gonna be a big one because of the fact that it is both bones. They're broken pretty badly. It's gonna all depend on how well they line up and can stay on top of each other. If they can stay there, it can just heal with a regular cast. If not, they're gonna have to do surgery.
Hazy has done this before if you haven't seen the video where she broke her arm in California.
Ironic.
Oh, we've seen it. We've seen how you've vlogged the shit out of yet another broken arm of the same child. Twice. You've exploited her broken arm twice on two separate occasions. The mothers and fathers, mother and father of the year.
Part was we had Karsten, one of Ryler's friends, over, and he's broken his arm.
Third time in a year.
Third time in a year.
So he came to our house the other night with a pink cast. I was just kind of explaining to him, oh my gosh, Hazy did that very same thing.
Hold
Look
up
at these cute pictures.
Showed pictures of Hazy with her big pink cast because she
Showed
was so
the
little.
X-rays.
Guys, literally the next day, she snapped her arm and she's going to be back in the pink cast. It is just uncanny, nutty. I cannot believe that it's the first day of summer. I think we've had a moment to kind of wrap our heads around everything.
I've got to say, you do sound quite high about the whole situation. I mean, if it was me or many other parents, I'm sure that they would be quite upset about the day's events. The daughter has been through a traumatic event and has hurt herself quite badly and is going to have to go through quite some time of recuperation. And you just seem to be yabbering onto the camera about how she's done this before and how amazing it is that her friend is in a cast at the moment and it's all amazing, it's brilliant, it is amazing, didn't you know? But no, it's not amazing because your daughter is still hurt, she's upset, she's been traumatized, but you crack on.
Hazy's doing well. She's got some visitors lined up that want to come drop her off some treats and wish her well. We have long road of recovery. We have Disneyland coming up that she's supposed to be dancing in.
She's actually supposed to do a cartwheel in her dance that she is doing in Disney.
Definitely not going to be happening. We have surgery or not, fun cast appointment coming up, and what does summer look like with a broken arm for our sweet Hazy?
We're told that it's likely she will not get a waterproof cast. Say a prayer for Hazy. She's been in quite a bit of pain, but we're working on that. I'm just so grateful for you guys' love and support. Thank you so much.
Also, like, just the whole night, all of the brothers, so sweet. Ryler and Crew were here at home. Brexton was actually with Hazy at the park, and then he got to go to the hospital, and they've just bonded over this. Like, I feel like going through that together, Brexton just feels so close to her. She feels so close to him. Been so sweet.
He's been absolutely awesome. Kind of just like brings your little family together whenever you go through hard things. Definitely don't want to go through hard things, but it's kind of sweet. They're there for each other.
It really pulls out what matters most, and it's just like, you know, kids fight and they bicker and they quarrel. And
they do? I thought they were perfect.
Rip junk toys out of each other's hands that they don't actually care about just for the sake of fighting, but then when something like that happens and it's just like they rally around each other. All Hazy wanted to do was to talk.
Does anybody else get the feeling like there's no pause in this entire speech? It's like that, rabbit on, and there's literally no stopping. It's either edited that way or it is them and him in particular just going on and on and on and on and on and on and on, and on like that. And it's like, no, take a breath, please, for the love of God.
Her brothers, all the brothers wanted to do is to make sure she
they were
felt
so
taken
cute.
care of. I don't know, guys. It's just, these are part of life's ups and downs and sharing in life's journey. That was certainly a whirlwind of an adventure that is only the front end of this summer. So lots of fun yet to come, hopefully.
Did you honestly just suffix that by saying lots of fun to come? This is only the start. Oh my word. You did actually say that, didn't you? This is only the start of the summer. Lots more fun to come. When maybe I'm taking that the wrong way, but he did just say that, didn't he? Lots more fun to come after we've just had the start of the summer, which is the broken arm.
Far fewer broken bones and a
Please
quick,
no more.
speedy recovery for Hazel. Come back tomorrow, you guys. Continue to unpack all of this, give any more details, answer any questions anybody has. This all kind of happened really quickly in real time there.
You guys, we love you. Thank you so much for being here. Come back tomorrow, check on Hazy, see how she's doing. We'll give you a full update. We love you guys.
Good night.
Oh, come back tomorrow for a full update, because we know that you're going to update us fully on all the goings on about your daughter who's broke her arm. In fact, you are going to spend the next 6 days or so talking about it, clickbaiting it, just focusing on it, because, you know, that's the only thing that you've got to vlog about now. And good job she broke her arm, right? Because your views were down, right? So as you can see, over the last 6 days of vlogs, including this one, they have had clickbaited this event every single day, without fail, every single day. And the views are not bad. This one is over 400,000 views. The next day is 200,000, then it's 100 odd, 150, and plenty of views, right? Pretty decent. If you look back then over the ones preceding the event, these are them, and you can see that the views are ranging from around about the 80 to 100 mark, possibly 120 here and there, but not nearly as much as they are now. You can see now that we've had the clickbait and the broken arm always brings in the punters, right? And now the views are going through the roof. Good job she broke her arm when she did. Mortgage is due.
Hello and good morning, everyone.
You guys, good morning. I'm gonna come down here with our sweet Hazy because today is her day. It's all about her today.
So this is the vlog where they find out whether she needs surgery. Obviously they clickbaited it. Or if she just needs a cast put on. Spoiler alert, it's just a cast. Okay. But just listen to this guy. I mentioned in the last one that he talks at about 1 million miles a second. I feel like he's on something, right? Just listen to him.
Oh, what's going on today?
I'm gonna go to the doctor's.
We're going to the doctors, and we are going to either one, getting our cast put on today, which would be pretty awesome. You have a color picked out?
Pink.
Pink, and then how do you want people to sign it?
Purple marker.
Purple Sharpie, that would be so cool. Or two, there is the possibility that we would be having surgery today. So
She says it quietly because she doesn't want that option.
we're whispering surgery today because we were hoping that that is not the case, that is not what happens. However, I feel like Hazy's pretty brave and she's up for anything. She's told us that
she's prepped.
You're making me feel dizzy. Stop it. Bloody hell. It's like he's on some sort of speed or something. He's just going on and on and on. And his head's going backwards and forwards, up and down and around. It's driving me insane. Sorry for inflicting this upon you, but I have to suffer through it, so do you, unfortunately.
prepared.
I feel like she's well prepped for either situation. Hoping for one.
Tell us really quickly, Hazy girl, if they have surgery, she's kind of walked through that in her mind, what would that be like? You wouldn't have surgery today, you'd find out and it'd be scheduled for another time, right?
I don't know how quickly they can schedule surgery. I feel like these are kind of important.
Usually not like same day. What is the main thing that you're like saying that you hope that they would do?
Imagine quizzing your 7-year-old child about the surgery which she is afraid of getting, but might not need, but needs to tell the 1 million+ subs that they have, just in case that it's important enough for them to know about.
I was asleep and I would wake up and be done.
That would be the nice thing.
Yeah,
So she's
because
actually...
whenever they squish my arm together to put on this,
Squish your arm together.
they put me to sleep and I didn't know that. I went to sleep.
And so she just woke up and she goes, I was asleep? And kind of giggled. The whole thing was done when she woke up.
From that whole night.
She literally said, it's not going to be that bad, I guess, if I have to have surgery. And I love how she's kind of mentally preparing herself, walking her through the steps. She's like, okay, so if I had to, my initial thought is to freak out a little bit because I've never had that happen before. But if I do, it'll be okay because I'll just be asleep and I'll wake up and it'll be done. I love that you're thinking it through.
That's
You're so
pretty simple,
mature
right?
in your thoughts. You're so incredible. You have been so strong, so brave through this entire thing. You guys, if you didn't see yesterday, Hazy went swimming for the first time in our pool as a mermaid.
Yeah.
So if you haven't seen that, guys, already, go and watch that one before you watch this one because it helps the algorithms out. Indeed. I have to say, though, I didn't bother to watch it, okay? All I need to know is from the thumbnails. 6 thumbnails in a row clickbaiting this event. It's got me on edge. It really has. But, you know your child better than anybody else. You know that she can cope with being exposed to this at such a young age. You know that she's going to come out of it. You know she's not going to need therapy. And you damn well know that she's going to be fine and she's going to be flying when she's older. Isn't that right?
Was that fun?
Yeah.
She also had her friend over, Carson, who's had a handful of broken bones. They were talking about the benefits of the hard cast, how she's going to be able to do more, easier
And
to kind of
that's
waterproof.
easier. Like, you can also just swim in
She's
it.
had a hard cast before. This is not her first broken arm. In fact,
This is my second.
she broke both bones in her right arm when she was like 3. And I was watching some of those videos. It's kind of funny. Some of the tips that she learned then about if it itches, how do you scratch it? You knock on it. Somewhat familiar territory. This is actually the same place that she's been to before.
Same doctor.
Pediatric orthopedic surgeon. Am I saying those words right?
Yeah,
it's a tough one to say.
It's a really big tongue
It's a real
twister.
tongue twister. So she's been there before. Probably doesn't remember it, but do you remember? I feel like you got a sucker each time, and you look forward to that. For some reason, I remember like a dum dum. Did I make that up, or did you bring those?
No, you're the dum dum. So we're bringing those along.
And you're the sucker, and all of us are going.
Is anybody else feeling a bit nauseous listening and watching this? Seriously, it's really messing with my head. I'm hearing him yabberting on, I'm hearing her in the background yabberting on, and they're both intertwining with each other. Oh, this is a hard watch.
I'm the smarty.
Hazy, we're just a family of candy over here. You're headed there right this minute. Hazy has on a beautiful dress. She is looking so good. She got some brand new
Tank tops
shoes.
are really easiest for her to wear, sling and everything. She is wearing new shoes.
Everyone wants to looking for their best when they're heading in to find out if they're going to get surgery. We're hoping we're coming home with a beautiful bright pink cast.
We're hoping.
But
Who
we're
gets
ready
to sign it first?
for anything.
My brother.
We just got here. Hazy girl, we are at your appointment now. Does that look familiar? Do you remember that building at all? Probably not. You're only 3. Yeah, you're only 3 the last time we were here. We're going to go in there right now. We're going to find out if we're going to be getting a cast or if we're going to be getting surgery. We've been looking forward to this day. Kind of feels like life has been on pause until we find out about this because we have a few things on the chopping block. Or not on the chopping block, on the agenda. We got Disney coming up, but a couple other things.
We have summer.
We've got the dance routine, things that like kind of rely on what comes out of this moment here. So we're all a little bit nervous, a little bit excited. We're just grateful, I think, to have it done and to have answers and to know what's going to happen moving forward. So Hazy girl, are you ready for the big appointment? Going in there right now.
Let's do it.
Today's x-rays, we're still looking pretty straight here, which is great. Alignment here looks good as well. I do worry about these. These are the hardest fractures.
So I get the feeling like they either don't have permission to film in there, or they don't have permission to film the doctor, or they didn't ask for permission to film in there, because they're not filming the doctor, not even blurring him out. They're just filming and listening. So I feel like something's gone down there. Perhaps they're doing it on the sly. Wouldn't surprise me.
A lot of things going on here. We're going to try our best to make this stay as good as it looks now. If it stays like this, we'll be fine.
Oh, good.
And so we're going to keep a close eye on it. Probably have you back in a week to check on it. Just get an x-ray through the cast. Make sure it hasn't moved on us. Are you guys going to be around?
We're supposed to leave for Disney a week from today.
Probably just need to stay here and I'll go for you.
Oh, God forbid that you can't go to Disney, you know? Never put your daughter's life on hold just so as you can go to Disney. Don't bother about your daughter's broken arm and recuperation and healing and everything else, because Disney is calling. Come on.
We just met with the doctor. He's super awesome. He's the one that helped her arm last time.
Kind of cool because he remembered. I'm like,
he remembered. Even the X-ray tech remembered us. I was like, I feel like I remember you from 5 years ago.
That was really cool. Makes you feel like you're being taken care of.
They said these breaks are really tricky because he says it's like balancing chopsticks on top of each other. So I want to make sure that they don't move at all. So he's explaining. He goes, we're going to position her arm in a way that the thumb is still so that radius doesn't move. Have to push here and push there and make sure it stays intact.
Last time that made me scream.
Yeah.
It really did.
Because I didn't know what was happening. Because I was only 3.
I love you.
So I was like, yeah, well, let's have you back here in a week. And I was like, in a week, we are going to be on a flight to Disneyland. We can come in that morning. He goes, how about we have you come in Tuesday? But
More talk about Disney. Is that the most important thing to you? Just ask it. Just ask him, please. When does your daughter absolutely need, to get back to sort her arm out and then work around that? Not when are we going on holiday and work around that. No, that's not how life works, and that's not how healing your daughter works, because what you want is the best opportunity of healing your daughter, right? Is that not what's important?
seems like a pretty wild, active, young little girl.
Say she seems wild.
He says she seems pretty active, throwing in wild, because I know.
Because we know you are. Call her crazy hazy.
So they have 3 surgeons here in the office. He says, I really like their opinion. We don't really know what we're doing yet.
So we actually just stepped out to go grab a surgeon to come back in, have him look at the x-rays, and help us make a better decision on if we should do a procedure to kind of more permanently place things without so much risk, or we go with the cast route and just kind of try it out and see if it's going to work.
Hang on, so at this stage, you haven't even been told whether or not you need a cast or surgery. So you are talking about wanting to go away on holiday, even though you may be required for surgery. I'm sorry, but what?
Instead of just trying, surgery is a more sure way to get things taken care of. The cast is more of like a let's wait and see. We're just waiting and seeing because he went to go grab a surgeon right now. You doing okay? You're gonna do great. I love you. I know.
I spoke to Dr. Spears. We agree. We both think it looks great. I think we're gonna move forward with a cast.
Oh my gosh, that's the greatest news ever!
Let's have you back on Tuesday. Get an x-ray through the cast. And his recommendation, let's say it moves on us in a week. You can still go to Disneyland. You come back from Disneyland, we figure it out. Those go on soft and then they harden. While it's hardening, that's when I'm gonna come help mold it, okay? Our goal is to get a good lateral border here. We want it nice and flat on the outside of your arm. A nice 90-degree angle.
Alright guys, we just got the biggest news. Hazy, what are they doing? We're doing a cast.
Yes.
So they had the surgeon take a look at it. The surgeon agreed a cast is probably going to be enough. They're going to cast it. We're going to come back in less than a week.
We're going to come back on Tuesday. They're going to look at it. And they said even if they feel like surgery is needed, I doubt it. We can still go to Disney, take care of it when we come back.
See, I don't think that would be a viable option, right? Comment down below if you have a child and they broke their arm and they were told they needed surgery, but you could wait until you get back from Disney if you so wish, but you have the option to do it before you go away. Would you choose fix child's arm or go on holiday to Disney? Something which you can afford to do any time of year because you are literal millionaires.
Big day for this sweetheart right here. Rocking the brand new pink cast, looking so good. She's got a handful of signatures already, many more to come.
Yeah.
Somebody said that we need to do a digital cast so that she can have people sign up from around the world. I don't know if that exists. I'm sure there's something. We want to figure that out though, because that would be kind of cool to have people sign a digital cast of Hazy's. Maybe we put it up like on our website or something like that, and then people can go there and sign it. I don't know. We'll figure out something, because that is a really cool idea that I saw.
Yeah.
But
it would be really cool, in your opinion, that random strangers who you don't know and your daughter, most importantly, does not know, that is important to you to have them sign a digital cast. For why? Why? Just, this goes back to the whole thing of why do you need validation from these random people who you don't know, and most importantly, your child doesn't know. It doesn't mean anything to you. It shouldn't mean anything to your child. No offense to the people who watch, obviously, but they don't know who your child is. They shouldn't be so invested in her life.
also, good news is we're still going to Disney. That's exciting too. So we're getting ready for that, getting ready to head out, seeing what that new dance routine looks like, the fun we're gonna have there. Sounds like maybe a food tour of Disney is coming.
There it is again. It's Disney. Do you know the doctor was actually giving you a choice, right? He wasn't saying you should go to Disney and not fix your child's arm. He was saying you can do that if you wish to, But, you know, if you also wish to cancel or postpone your holiday and stay here and fix your daughter up, that would be good too. Do you know the thing, right? And I know a lot of you out there will be thinking, well, it is a lot of money to go to Disney, right? First of all, they live in America, so it's a bit cheaper to get there. But secondly, these have lots and lots and lots of money, like millions. I know Disney's expensive, but if they really, really wanted to, and they could, they would be able to postpone this trip to Disney and move it. It may cost them a little bit to do that, but they can absolutely afford it, I assure you. And they don't really have to make the choice over their daughter or Disney. Some of you may be in that position where you have to cancel a holiday because something emergencies come up and you're gutted about it, right? These don't even have to do that. They can just postpone it and move it a little bit. And they'll be fine. No problems at all. So that being said, thank you all so much for taking the time to be with me today. Come back again soon for another fantastic video. Subscribe if you're new. If you are a Bingham or a Bingham fan, more importantly, if you're a Bingham, please sub to me. I'd love that. But if you're a Bingham fan, sub as well. Give this video a thumbs up and just said that. Give it a thumbs up. Comment everything you want to comment down below. And I'll see you again soon in another video very, very shortly. Take care of yourselves and bye-bye.